It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, it'll be the Golden State Warriors going up against the Atlanta Hawks. Looking at the Hawks, they're sitting at 500 over the last 10 games, kind of treading water. They'd really like to make a splash over the next few games. And with all of Curry's talents, one of the great shooters of all time, maybe the greatest. Kenny, where does he stand among all-time great players, period?
Wow, all-time players. Wow, that's
all-time great players, period.
Well, he's starting to get in the discussion because of the multiple MVP things and the championships. Because the greatest players in the world, not only have they won awards, but they've won multiple championships. So he's moving into that category right now.
I don't know what Kenny is saying. It's about something you could hear and something you can wear.
What's that?
Rings, baby.
Ooh.
Rings.
You can hear them. 2
rings won't get it. 3, maybe. 4, 5, 6. Oh.
Okay.
I just can't add anything to that.
Oh.
We've got basketball at Oracle Arena, the home of the Warriors in Oakland, California. Live on 2K Sports. 2K Sports is proud to present NBA basketball. With Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, Kevin Harlan. And joining us tonight, a man who once said he will never write another traditional sports column. Please don't say that. So, Bill Simmons, don't say that.
Well, now you just have to tweet. You need 280 characters, and you can pretend you're a writer.
What do you think of social media?
I actually think for basketball, it's been a huge advantage. And it hasn't been a huge advantage for a lot of other things, but I think it's made basketball a lot more fun. I do worry, though, sometimes that people are just watching their Twitter feed over the games. I still think there's an advantage for people who actually are watching what's going on versus watching people's reactions to what's going on.
Interesting. Taking a look at Atlanta. Well, they know they have their work cut out for them here tonight and during a stretch of games facing a lot of talented teams.
And, you know, right now for Atlanta, it's been a nice run they're on to start the season, especially when you compare it to the way it ended just a year ago.
And before we get going, let's hear from David Aldridge on the sideline. David?
Well, guys, DeMarcus Cousins was en route to finally playing in the postseason, but he did suffer that torn Achilles, and that kept him from the playoffs. He said, to be able to reach that goal, that would be one of the more special moments of my career. Well, Kevin, he continues to wait.
Well, a lot of people hope he can finally get there, DA. Thank you. And before the ownership changed in 2010, the Warriors franchise really staggered.
Yeah, they staggered to the point that in 2012, I wrote a long column for Grantland about, it was like the 60 reasons you can't blame the Warriors fans for booing their owner on Chris Mullin night. And I went through their whole history since they won the title in '74 of just all the horrible things that happened to them, all the dumb moves they made, all the dumb trades, all the things they never should have done. It was extensive. And after things flipped around, people mail me that article all the time, like, can you believe it? We've won 3 titles in the last 4 years. You just wrote this. It feels like yesterday. And it was. It's one of the most amazing turnarounds of any franchise I can remember.
I'm assuming you're a fan of their front office.
Yeah, very, very smart. But, you know, the pieces were there. When they bought the team, everyone thought they overpaid. And not to toot my own horn because I've been wrong a million times, but I was one of the only people who didn't think they overpaid. I just felt like that market was awesome. I loved their fans. It was in the heart of Silicon Valley. It made sense that they should be a juggernaut, you know, and they'd never really had good ownership. And as we learn over and over every year at the Knicks, like, owners matter. They just do.
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Young and Bazemore team up in the backcourt. And it's Prince outside at the 3 with Collins down at the power forward. And it's Len in at the center filling out the middle. Now, here's Thompson. Really played well against the Clippers in his last outing. And that one's good. Green.
Well, usually we see Draymond out beyond the arc or at the rim, but this time he gashes him from the medium range.
Young with the ball. And Curry picks him up defensively. Young against Curry. Bazemore for three. The Warriors pull it in. They come into this having outplayed the Clippers last game.
And we all know in a hostile environment, always tough, but they were the better team on that night.
Oh, I absolutely love the fire they showed on the road. You really could tell they wanted that.
Now Young. 23 points for him the last game against the Lakers. The pass to Bazemore. Kicks to Collins. Young taking his time here. Great D that time from Green. And Trae Young gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. The Warriors have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Bill, with last year's do-or-die season finale between Minnesota and Denver, final game of the regular season, momentum is gathering for a play-in tournament, maybe for the last 2 playoff spots. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I wrote about this in 07. I called it the entertaining as hell tournament, where basically the first 7 seeds were guaranteed, and the 16 teams that didn't make it out of the 2 conferences, they just went head-to-head, single elimination. And then you have the final 2 games in New York City, and you blow it out, and you have a fun thing with it. I think that Minnesota-Denver game was important, and maybe the solution is you have the 6 seeds guaranteed in each conference, and then you have 7, 8, 9, 10 in each conference, and you just have playing games. You have 7 versus 10. You have 8 versus 9. You do it over the course of a couple days. You use the TV revenue from that, because you could get good money from that, to maybe shorten the season.
Great idea.
Would be, for me, the #1 thing I would change about the league. I think we should have a 70-game season. You could talk me into 76, but there's too many games. There's too many nights where the players... I just think basketball is really hard to play.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
On its way from Curry for 2. Collins grabs the miss.
Well, that makes them 1 for 5 from the field so far. They need to start getting some better looks.
Len from 18 feet away. That one no good. The Warriors go the other way with it. And this matchup with the Hawks, it's their first meeting of the season.
Yeah, an interconference matchup, and these are 2 teams at different ends of the spectrum as far as the talent is concerned.
Here's Young after the made shot from Klay Thompson. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. And Bazemore kicks to Collins. And once again off the mark by Atlanta.
Yeah, trying to get going here, but that's an offer for the first 5 here to start the game.
Green, no luck.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
To the paint. It's tipped and stolen by Cousins. Here's Durant. That shot missing. Prince with the defensive effort. The Hawks trailing. Bill, the way that super teams are being put together right now, good or bad for the league?
I'm confused. I have been watching this league since I was a kid. We've always had super teams. There's never been an era where we didn't. What do people think the Jordan era Bulls were? And what do they think the Shaq, Kobe Lakers were? And this is how the league is. I think what bothers people this time around specifically is that the Warriors won 73 games and they added Kevin Durant. Now, I get it. I get why it bothers people. On the other hand, your job as a franchise is to tilt the competitive advantage in any way you can toward your favor. They did a great job building their team. They did a great job building enough cap space for this year that everybody knew was coming, the summer of 2016. We knew the cap was going to jump. And they played it perfectly, and they got Kevin Durant out of it. He played it perfectly, too. He was on a team. He wasn't going to win the title in OKC. He wasn't going to win the title playing with Westbrook. Not to sound like a Durant apologist, but he wants to win a title and beat LeBron James. If you're going to do that, you're going to try to get on the best possible team you can.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
To the middle, Durant with the steal. Curry wide open. That 3 off the mark. And Bill, we were discussing how teams are constructed in recent years. The changes in 2016 to cap space. How Kevin Durant landed with the Warriors.
I see the analogy that, oh, it's like stacking a pickup game and just grabbing the best 4 guys and just beating people on a pickup court for 4 hours. But that's the thing, the league isn't a pickup game. The league, everyone operates by the same rules. And the Warriors,
everybody had a shot at him.
Everyone had a shot. The Celtics had a shot. He didn't want to interview with the Lakers. The Knicks had cap space. They didn't have a chance. The Wizards had cap space. He was from Maryland. Didn't want to go there. So, you know, I think the Warriors should get a little more credit for how smart they were with everything.
Here's Len after the made shot from Klay Thompson. 5 to shoot. Len passes to Bazemore. No good. That would have tied it. Warriors leading by 3. The wide open look for Durant. The rebound by Prince.
Man, right play, wrong result on that one. Generally, you knock those down.
Well, I like the decision making, though. I mean, that's a shot you want to keep taking. It doesn't take much to impact his shot. I mean, even at point-blank range.
And here we are, the Warriors' final season in Oakland. Bill, they'll be moving to a brand new arena across the bay in San Francisco.
Yeah, bittersweet. I'm excited that there's an arena downtown, and you know, the Oakland-San Francisco thing was always weird to go to Warriors games, drop in, figure out where to stay, all that stuff. On the other hand, I thought they had the best crowd of anybody for years and years there. Just like very blue-collar, old school, fans that have been coming for years.
Stuck with them even in the lean times.
Yeah, the lean times were every year.
Right.
They had no year other than lean times. And now that the team got good the last 6 years, you could feel the audience changing a little. And now it's changing a lot. I just miss the Oakland fan base, and I hope, you know, once we expand to 60 teams or 70 or wherever we're going, I'd like to see Oakland get one of the 70 teams.
Well said. And the first one drops. Jerebko's checked in for DeMarcus Cousins. Jeremy Lin, he's checked in for the Hawks. And so he hits both. Warriors leading by 3. Curry kicks to Green. Dishes it to Thompson. And it's Lin with the rebound.
Yeah, good interior D there. Prevents the deuce.
Oh, wonderful anticipation. He reads the play perfectly. Then with the quick reaction time.
And Steph Curry with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Atlanta. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. And let's take a moment to honor the Western Conference Player of the Week, DeMarcus Cousins.
You know, it just looking back at things, I'd be hard-pressed to find a more complete stretch of games by anyone in the league. He was getting it done and stuffing the stat sheet night in and night out on both ends of the floor. Truly a dominant run.
And Young kicks to Prince. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Nice job to get to the rack before the D could get any help in the post.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Cook, he's checked in for the Warriors. One drops. He ties it up. You know, you look at the roster of the Golden State Warriors in terms of talent level, Bill, where do you think they rank all time? Because they've put now 3 championships together in 4 seasons.
Yeah, it's a tough question because, you know, the Russell Celtics in the 60s, I think had the most talent, but you only also had like 8, 9, 10 teams in the league during those years. But they had teams where there was like 7 or 8 Hall of Famers. The Warriors went deep like that. But for what they've done in this era, I think to have, you know, 2 transcendent guys in the same team combined with 2 other guys who are in the top 20. So you have that. And then you have Curry, Thompson, and Durant. I think are probably 3 of maybe the best 8 shooters ever. or 9 shooters, whatever. So you have that over
Big
there.
statement, yes.
And then to do this in a 30-team league is basically impossible. So if you're comparing them like the 80s Celtics and the 80s Lakers, those teams probably had similar talent, but it was also a smaller league. And if you had a 30-team league in 1985, Kevin McHale's not on the Celtics. He's probably on one of the expansion teams.
Starting 4 All-Stars, the Warriors did.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I'm not sure we see this again.
I agree. And the Warriors making a change here. Iguodala's checked in. Lynn the pass to Dedmon. Whoops, they pick off the pass. And here we go with Thompson running it up the court. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Warriors lead by 2.
And that's up-tempo basketball at its best. So much easier to operate the open court when a steal triggers the break.
Now here's Anderson. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Pass to Dedmon. 6 on the shot clock. From 20 feet out. Anderson can't get it to go.
You got to give the D credit there. It affected him. He didn't have much room to get the shot off.
There's Lynn with the 3. Offensive rebound. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Really nice job to convert the putback opportunity there. I mean, he stayed with that play from start to finish. That's something we say about him a lot.
Now, here's Thompson. 7 points in the game. Bill, it's interesting. More than 50 colleges and universities now offers scholarships in esports. I did not know this, and that number is probably only going to go up.
Yeah, and it makes sense too. What's more popular, esports or water polo? No offense to the water polo players, but come on.
These kids
let's
love
move
it.
with the
They
times.
cannot get enough of these games.
No, we should have, every college should have esports.
First one falls for him. And some changes here for the Warriors. Jordan Bell comes in for Green, and it's Livingston in for Klay Thompson. So he gets them both. Golden State's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. Here's Cook. And yes, it's good. Cook's got the game tied up here for the Warriors.
Man, how about the move he made there to come up and get himself clear in the lane for the deuce?
Here's Lynn. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
You have to respect the concentration level of Lynn there. Just doesn't get rattled on his shot when the D whacks it.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
And that one falls for Lynn.
Yeah, a lot of whistles here early, as well as foul trouble starting to be an issue.
Livingston kicks to Bell. Iguodala dishes to Livingston. Back to Iguodala. 6 to shoot. Here's Jerebko. Buries the long-range jumper. Jerebko's got 5. Bill, one shot to win a game. You can pick any player. Who's going to take that shot for you?
Kevin Durant. I think he has the most ways to get a good shot off. I always look at it as, is it a quality shot to get off? So he can post the smaller guy up. He can shoot a 3. He's got the pull-up hezzy jumper, as he calls it. He can go to the lane and pump fake and do a little drop step. And I just think he has the most moves. Some people would say LeBron, but am I getting regular season LeBron or playoff LeBron?
Playoff LeBron.
Playoff LeBron would be my number one choice.
He'd be pretty good.
Yeah, he'd be pretty good.
Yeah.
Regular season LeBron, I'm not as enthused about.
And it's the Warriors with the ball, following the bucket by the Hawks. Here's Cook. Rebounded by the Hawks. Dedmon's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
And really, Lynn has a terrific feel for this offense. Just seems to know whenever one of his guys is open.
Talking about last-second shot instincts, Bill, you mentioned LeBron, KD. What about Curry? Where does Curry rank in that conversation?
Curry's good.
Top 5?
You can guard Curry in those one-on-one situations with the right people. I'm not saying you're going to stop him, but, you know, you put a taller guy on him. And Curry, to me, Curry is the greatest not in the offense scorer I've ever seen in my life, where he can get 32 and hit 10 threes and wasn't really involved in the game. Just, you forget about it from one play, and all of a sudden he's in the corner and they're setting him up, or he's running off the screen. It's a lot, almost like what Reggie Miller and Ray Allen were able to do, where, yeah, you run them off screens and you tire the guys out and you kind of hope the defense forgets they're out there. But he's not a conventional get out of my way, guys. I'm going to get to the rim.
Absolutely.
Score like someone like Donovan Mitchell is.
Another 3 for Atlanta.
Just wonderful form on the J from Lynn, dropping it in the face of the D.
Here is Cook, defended by Lynn. Pass to Jerebko. Warriors the rebound. Iguodala the pass to Bell. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Oh, and with the fast eyes, Iguodala finding the open man.
Atlanta leading by 4. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Lynn kicks to Carter. The 3. Another 3 for Atlanta.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
Anderson against Iguodala. Releases. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
And they make sure to get the last shot of the quarter there. Nicely done.
Yeah, clock running out. They stay poised and get the shot off just in time.
The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. It's Atlanta up 5. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. All the great Golden State Warriors scorers, Draymond Green spoke about feeding the hot hand.
I think there are times where one of the guys need to take more shots, and sometimes where we can be a little bit too unselfish. You know, if one guy thinks, hey, man, I'm taking too many shots, let me get someone else involved. But if you got it going, we all want you to shoot.
Well, why not? Green knows that, Greg, if you're in the zone, keep firing.
And with his unselfishness and vision, Green, more often than not, is the one setting the table.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And when you consider how Atlanta is doing, your thoughts?
Yeah, it didn't take them long to get that transition game going.
Well, this roster is built for guys with speed. They're running the floor hard in the first quarter.
Cook out there with Livingston, and there's Iguodala. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins, and it's Bell in at the power forward. So that's the group out there for Golden State. And where the shots been coming from tonight, here's a look broken down by paint, mid-range, and three-point shot attempts so far for the Hawks.
And even when the D3 has been there, they've stayed away from it. They're working hard to get shots from close range, resisting that urge to get too loose with their shot selection.
That one is off.
Oh, but one interesting fact about Sean people might not know is that he was named Mr. Basketball in Illinois in his high school days. That's an honor he'll always cherish.
And he sinks the second. Here's Lynn. He picked up 18 points in their last win against the Lakers in Los Angeles.
I mean, and you look at his free throw numbers. I mean, this shows you how much pressure he put on the defense.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
The Warriors making a switch here. Curry's checked in, and a switch here also for Atlanta. Collins is checked in. Bill, we know about the love affair you have with the NBA, and you've written about it for so long. Started with the $4 ticket in Boston with your dad.
Yeah, my dad bought season tickets for the 1973-74 Boston Celtics, and it was only one ticket. And I think it was $4 a game, probably like $160 total. And he used to carry me in mainly because they didn't want to pay for a babysitter. So I started going to games that year, probably sleeping through a lot of them. And they won the title.
How old were you in 17?
So I was 4.
4 years old.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember anything from that season. The first season I remember is the year later when they lost before the finals to Washington. And then the year later they won the famous finals against Phoenix, the triple overtime game. I was there.
Was Cowens on that team?
Cowens, Havlicek,
Yep.
JoJo White.
Yep.
And I was at the triple overtime game in the 76 finals. It was probably the most famous NBA game ever. The kids out there now would nominate like Game 7 2016 or something. But triple overtime game was the most famous game ever. And I slept through the entire second half and the first overtime.
Oh, no.
But then woke up because everybody was standing the whole second overtime, so I had to get up.
Here is Bell after the basket by Atlanta. On the wing, Iguodala, defended by Anderson. 2 points. That one goes. Iguodala's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Oh, so explosive off of the pick and roll. Iguodala that time, taking it himself.
Carter, the pass to Lynn. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. And there's the foul. It's on Dwayne Dedmon. That's foul number 2 for him. Kevin Durant, he's checked in for Andre Iguodala. And the Hawks making a change here as well. Young's checked in for Vince Carter. Now, here is Bell. Back to Livingston. Shoots over Lynn, and so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. The Warriors shooting their third free throw shot of the game.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical.
I mean, think about Durant. He's such a unique player. He uses his length. That's my man, Stretch Armstrong. He's basically a 7-foot guard.
Thompson, he's checked in for Golden State. Then for the Hawks, Lenz checked in for Dwayne Dedmon. Taurean Prince comes in for Justin Anderson. And it's Kent Bazemore in for Jeremy Lin. Off the inbound, it's Curry. That time on the assist by Bell. And the Warriors lead by 3.
Using so many devices to get his shot. I mean, that time Curry on the catch and shoot.
Now, here is Young. Right now, he averages nearly 23 points a game, a relentless offensive force. And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for the Golden State Warriors. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, since the rise of the Warriors, we've seen a fair amount of soul-searching by the league's other contenders. There is incredible pressure to shake things up. Now, sometimes it can elevate a team, but we have often seen it also can tear a team apart.
It can be fragile for sure. David, thank you so much. Now here's Curry. After the miss from Trae Young. Shoots. Curry's shot is off.
He's lucky his teammates have picked up the slack for him. I mean, his shooting has been horrific.
Young's shot is off. The Warriors have gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. Cousins finds Thompson. Pass to Durant. Breaks a big high bounce and goes in. Durant's got 5 points so far.
That's his mindset. Attack, attack, attack whenever possible.
And stolen by Cousins. And here we go with Thompson running it up the court. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. And now a 5-point Warrior lead.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Hawks have gone just 2 of 8 shooting here in the second quarter. Curry against Young. He kicks it to Bazemore. Back to Young. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Prince dishes to Young. Shot clock at 6. That one falls. He has 6.
And a depth mid-range shooter as well. All Young needs is a little breathing room, and he set the fire.
And here's Bell. Thompson in the corner. And another basket for Golden State.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Time call here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. Their last game, a win against the Lakers, looking to carry it into this one.
And anytime you come off the bench, you know your role. And that night, it was about scoring.
Well, on the road, you need as many contributors as you can find. The reserves definitely help fuel the win that time.
Draymond Green, he's checked in for Jordan Bell. Now, here is Young. 6 points for him. There it is, his third basket. He's taken 7 shots to get those 3.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
It's Durant on the wing. The pass to Cousins. Durant with it, now guarded by Len. And it's good, 2 points. Durant's got the lead up to 5 now for the Warriors. Len has gone 0 of 3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Young against Curry. Young passes to Collins. And that one, good.
And that's the advantage of having a lead guard who can both pass and shoot. Young draws attention, then takes advantage of a poor rotation defensively.
And Thompson gets it to go in on the assist by Curry. 13 points for Klay Thompson.
Defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
Yeah, but here's the problem. They play team ball. So if you pay him too much attention, that just leaves other guys open, and it's too difficult of an adjustment to make.
The Warriors shooting it really well. 54% from the floor. Young with the steal. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And here's a rundown of the rookies already having a huge impact in their first season. These are the NBA's rookie scoring leaders. Trae Young on top.
And there's always firepower in every rookie class, but even among the top guns, he's the best of the best. He'll be an offensive force for years to come.
And it's tied up with that one.
He's a guy you have to game plan for. The way Young scores and passes the ball creates so many problems for the defense.
Now here's Curry. He had 19 points in the win against the Clippers.
Yeah, and don't forget about his passing. I mean, he didn't forget about his teammates. He was spreading the ball all over the floor.
And here's Bazemore after the three-pointer from Stephen Curry. And Bazemore kicks to Prince. Back to Bazemore. Stolen by Thompson. Tries from 16. Rebound by the Hawks. Collins has got his 4th rebound in this one.
They haven't been able to count on his scoring tonight, but still, here they are in the league.
Shots good from Young.
And his shot, I mean, it's come around. I mean, for most of the first quarter, it looked like he might be in for a long night.
And stolen by Bazemore. Jumps up, and the dunk by Bazemore. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
Feeds it to Green. To the middle. Here's Cousins. And Cousins throws it down.
That's a feed that Green makes look way easier than it is. You got to have amazing vision to make that pass.
Out to the right wing. Collins with it. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against the Lakers.
And if you look at his free throw numbers, you can see what kind of pressure he put on the defense. He was in attack mode all night long.
And here's Curry, who brings it up for Golden State. Pass to Thompson. Shoots over Bazemore. That one off the back iron and out.
Something affected him on that shot, and it wasn't the defense.
Here's Len. The Warriors pull it in. Now Cousins. 14 points from him the last game against the Clippers in Los Angeles.
Well, he also made a mark with his passing and had the assist total to show for it.
Jerebko's checked in for Golden State. Quinn Cook comes in for Curry. Here is Durant. A 26-point game for him in the win against the Clippers in Los Angeles.
And you know, he was getting fouled time and time again and really delivered at the free throw line. Huge contribution there, guys.
Atlanta's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Young passes to Prince. Back to Young. Out to the wing. Clock at 6. Here's Len. Drains it from 17 feet out. Len's got his third basket of the night. He talked about a back-and-forth game. This is the definition.
You have to love these kinds of games, scoring-wise, keeping everybody on their toes.
It's good. And the Warriors lead by 1.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
It's Prince on the wing, defended by Durant. Prince kicks to Young. The 3. Green with the rebound. Green's got his 4th rebound in this one. The Warriors shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
Shooting 2.
That's good from Cook.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
Andre Iguodala. He's checked in for the Warriors. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Len. Anderson comes in for Taurean Prince. Vince Carter, he's checked in for Kent Bazemore. And it's Jeremy Lin in for Young. Carter kicks to Dedmon. The dish to Lin. Spellman goes back up, and he sinks the layup. Dedmon's got his 2nd basket.
Defensive rebounding, just such a crucial part of the game.
I tell you what, it's like football, having a 3rd and 13 and them running up the gut. It just frustrates the defense. You have to hate giving up second chance points. It's demoralizing. After basically, I mean, you had to stop.
Hey, Bill, thanks for coming by. Fantastic stuff as usual. We really appreciate your time.
Appreciate being on. Go Celtics.
You can't root on these.
I'm absolutely rooting. That's my team.
And, Greg, how much fun is it to have Bill with us? Such a prominent voice in sports journalism and never afraid to speak his mind.
You know, oftentimes when you gain popularity, you become a little more conservative, a little more reserved, but not Bill. And that's why he's maintained such a tremendous following.
And the Warriors making a change here. Livingston's checked in.
Well, Draymond Green, the Warriors assist leader, top 10 in dimes. I mean, league-wide last season. When you think about his playmaking ability at the power forward position, it's unique.
The Warriors leading. 1:04 left to play here in the second quarter. Jerebko dishes to Green. Kicks to Cook. Iguodala finds Livingston. It's Dedmon with the rebound. Dedmon's got rebound number 8 now on the night. To the paint, Spellman, and he goes in for the dunk.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? Now here's Livingston. 5 points in the game. Back to Green. Here's Cook. Buries it down low. Cook's got 12 points in the game.
Yeah, they've gone away from the triple as they look to protect this lead.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Lin the pass to Dedmon. Hawks passing it around. Here's Lynn. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
Even with the defense all over him, Lynn buries the J. Outstanding concentration on those kinds of shots.
And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point.
And Lynn has really carved out a nice role for himself in our league. An effective two-way player who can score, rebound, pass, and defend.
And it's Cook missing. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Hawks lead by 1. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Draymond. Of course, not unusual to see you going up against bigger players. So how do you take advantage of that offensively?
I mean, you just got to take advantage of mismatches. You know, most of the time there's a big guy on me. If not, there's usually somebody trying to switch off. You know, I just got to know when to pop and just take advantage of the mismatches.
You've done just that in the first half. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks. Welcome back. This is Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal at 2K Sports. Let's talk first half. We saw Trae Young lighting it up in the first half. He had 12 points, 5 assists, and 1 steal. Kenny, what was your take on Atlanta?
Well, they made a concerted effort to get out on the fast break. Dunks, alley-oops, run the lanes at every opportunity, and it's wearing the defense down.
Shaq, what are your thoughts on Golden State?
Well, they remind me of Arizona. They were flat defensively. They didn't collapse at the end. They allowed over 50% shooting. I expect them to come out much more aggressive in the second half and try to take the lead early on.
And that's all we have for now. Tell the folks goodbye, Shaq. Tell the folks goodbye,
Goodbye.
Kenny. Goodbye. Go to Kevin Harlan.
As we return to the action here at Oracle, a terrific look from above at downtown Oakland and the historic Tribune Tower. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Klay Thompson with a strong contribution so far in this one.
His points production thus far off the charts. It's only been 2 quarters. Just a great effort for him for the entire half.
Yeah, right. I mean, the defense hasn't had an answer for this guy yet. Just too skilled, too driven thus far.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. On the court for Atlanta, and it's Prince outside at the 3 with Collins down at the power forward. Young and Bazemore team up in the backcourt, and it's Len in at the center position.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Curry kicks to Thompson. Durant for 3. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Durant's got 10.
This is where Durant feasts. I mean, he can let it fly, and he has confidence.
Thompson against Bazemore. Here's Len. Young outside. In the corner, Bazemore with it. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Bazemore's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. Warriors trail by 3. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. 11 feet away, and there are the Warriors now with another bucket.
The ability to put the ball on the deck to get anywhere he needs to go, that's a big advantage for Curry.
Young against Curry. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. When it came to a big man's responsibilities, you helped pave the way for so much change in that regard. But what are some of the big C-Web now doing that weren't done when you were playing?
I don't know, Kevin, if it was anything that they weren't doing, but it's the freedom to do it with consistency. So even if we talk about a Larry Bird, who only could shoot maybe a 3.5 a game. Let's just round it up to 2 threes a game. Well, now, what if Larry Bird had the freedom to shoot 10 threes a game like guys do now? And so I think that the game has caught up with players' skill set as opposed to the skill set catching up with players' games. So no longer are you held to being a big man. Now you can be a basketball player, and being a basketball player for Dirk Nowitzki is much better than him being a big man. Dirk Nowitzki, being a basketball player that he is, means that he is a threat wherever he is on the floor, because he's not just limited to a 2-foot box space there in the post. And for defenders like myself, I would much rather Dirk Nowitzki have to stay 2 feet in the post than to be able to shoot the ball whenever, wherever he wanted to. Because I tell you what, now you got a problem, because he can knock it down from anywhere and everywhere that he wants to.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Collins. And so Curry will bring it up for the Golden State Warriors. Passes it to Green. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. And so it looks like the Warriors will retain possession here. The three-point game, such a big part of the NBA. Let's see the best teams at it. In third, the Warriors.
No doubt, they have snipers on that roster, that's for sure. It's been a terrific year for them from beyond the arc.
5 to shoot. It's Curry outside. Score the basket, his 5th of the game. He's missed 6 shots against those 5 makes.
They are on fire right now. That's 4 straight makes.
Curry against Young. Pass to Prince. Back to Young. In the corner, Collins with it. Over Green. Shot by Collins, no good. Golden State's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight and nailed 5 of them. Durant, no good.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
I think a kick out is the better option there. Defense had the rim on lockdown.
And the rejection by Collins. Over Young. Curry gets the bucket. Curry's got 9 points now in the quarter.
He's really turned it around here in the second half. I mean, his offense has returned.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over.
Well, Steph Curry, widely regarded as the best shooter in the history of the game. He's been so successful playing point guard in the NBA at times. I think we forget that he transitioned from playing shooting guard in his younger days.
Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. You take a look at the Raptors. Things going their way so far in this season. Right now, they lead the pack up front in the first spot with the best record. And, of course, the Hawks, 6.5 games behind them.
And if you look at the Hawks right now, if the season were to end today, they'd find themselves right in the playoff hunt. That's some serious progress for a team that struggled so much of last year.
You know, Greg, a lot of players can't make that switch from shooting guard to point guard. You've got to give Steph a lot of credit.
He's worked tirelessly. I mean, we've all seen those pregame ball handling drills. He's still prone to a careless turnover or two, but on the plus side, he rebounds like a shooting guard. And today's point guards are expected to score much more than in days past.
And here's Bazemore after the three-pointer from Stephen Curry. Collins kicks to left. It's Prince on the wing. Misses, and the dry spell continues.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
And Durant gets it to go.
And you can sense they're starting to take charge here.
Yeah, and it goes beyond the small lead that they built. They really captured the momentum.
Young. And right on through for another basket. He's got 5 made on 5 of 9 shooting.
You know, fending off the defense well there. Young, solid at just being crafty enough in these types of situations.
Now here's Curry. He's got 17, and the shot goes in.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Young against Curry. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's on Kevin Durant. Big-time scoring is always a premium, Chris, when you're evaluating players on the offensive side. What do you hope to find as you kind of break down their game?
I hope to find that you can dribble, shoot, and pass. Because if you can do those things and you're a great scorer, then I know that if you get double-teamed, you can find an open man. That if you have the heart of an unselfish player, that you're willing to think 2-3 plays ahead of how to set someone else up that's struggling. Because a great player can always get their own. And also on the offensive side of the ball, are you careless? Or do you value possessions? Do you make easy turnovers? And if you do make a turnover in the offensive end, what is your temperature like defensively? Will you run back and get back and try to get a stop? What type of player are you overall? Great offensive players are result-oriented, not necessarily seeking individual numbers or acclaim, and that's a big part of my evaluation.
And Trae Young gets the whistle that time. That's his 3rd foul of the game. The Warriors making a switch here. Iguodala's checked in. Durant finds Curry. Cousins against Len. Here's Curry. And the Warriors miss again. The Hawks trail by 6. And there's the call on Durant. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Up top, Bazemore. He's covered by Thompson.
Really like seeing Cousins compete on the defensive end. An imposing force whose size really can scare some shooters.
And Kevin Durant good for 3. Durant's got 15 points.
And a good job taking what the D gives him. He's not going to pass it up with that much space.
Here's Collins. Here's Len. And the dunk by Len.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish. Warriors leading by 7. Curry looking around. They double-team Curry. And the call will be against Alex Len. That's his 1st foul for the Hawks. Wayne Dedmon comes in for Alex Len, and it's Jeremy Lin in for Kent Bazemore. Here's Durant. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points, so 1 free throw coming up.
Something lit a fire under him this quarter. Their lead safe as long as he's on the floor.
Jerebko's checked in for Klay Thompson. The Warriors have missed 2 free throws in the game, going 5 for 7. Now, here is Young. He's got 17. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Young's got 19 points.
You gotta like seeing this from Young, wanting to prove he's more than just a jump shooter. Indicative of what we've seen tonight. One team being the aggressor, the other failing to react.
You know the saying, numbers don't lie. You can see it up there on the scoreboard.
Now here's Lin. He's got 9. That's good, and the Warrior lead is cut back down to 8. An important basket there from Dedmon.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Curry passes to Durant. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got his 6th assist on the night.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Here's Young. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And let's take a look at the numbers for Len. He's averaging 15 points a game, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. With him, you get so much, but his ability to lead the way with his scoring, probably his best attribute.
An offensive juggernaut. I mean, he can just beat you in so many ways. You got to give it up for him. Well, the much vaunted defense of the Warriors took a step back last season, falling from 2nd in the league in defensive rank to 11. But it's tough to nitpick, but I'm sure it's an area they're looking at to address.
Sean Livingston, he's checked in for the Warriors. Quinn Cook comes in for Curry, and Trae Young gets the whistle that time. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. And the Hawks making a change here. Carter's checked in. Back to Iguodala. Four on the clock. Lets it go with a three. And no good that time. And it's the Hawks taking it the other way. And tough defense has been a staple with this group in Golden State, reversing decades of history in that regard.
Decades and decades and decades. The Warriors hadn't been better than 10th in defensive efficiency since 1979. A 35-year hiatus that happily came to an end in 2014.
And the rejection by Iguodala.
And the ability to go vertical, I mean, Iguodala's a sneaky shot blocker.
Livingston kicks to Cousins, and the call will be against Justin Anderson. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. Marcus Cousins, really the big final name in free agency last summer to land with the team. And Greg, did he shock the NBA world with his selection?
To take a one-year deal with the Warriors, nobody saw this coming. It makes sense for Boogie. Time to rehab and then join a contender for the back half of the season. You would think he'll get a much bigger and longer contract offer after this year.
Now, here's Dedmon. 6 points for him over Iguodala. It's good. Dedmon's got 4 points in the quarter.
I mean, offensively, he's been their driving force, determined not to let the lead get any bigger.
Iguodala against Anderson. To the inside, Cousins, and then Cousins with the dunk.
Whenever Cousins get that close to the basket, it's game over for the D. He is such a forceful presence, especially when he's dunking.
It's stolen by Livingston. Drops in the breakaway layup. Livingston's got 7. The Hawks trail by 13. Young outside. Over Cook. That one wide left. The Warriors shooting percentage 59%. The offense is running smoothly. Lynn with the steal. Here's Young. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And we see a chart here for the shooting performance so far for Young.
And it's really been a tremendous night. He's been efficient. He's been a major driving force in this offense. And it's no small task to try to slow him down. Once he gets rolling, like we've seen in this game so far, watch out.
Prince is checked in for Anderson. And so Young nails them both. And here is Iguodala. He kicks it to Urebko. The pass to Cook. Golden State moving it around. Here's Cousins. Count the basket. Cousins has got the lead up to 13 now for the Warriors.
Oh, the body control of Cousins. Knows how to get hit and still finish off the shot.
Then the pass to Dedmon. Young with the steal. 1:58 left to play in the third. And Carter has it in the corner. And once again off the mark by Atlanta.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well. And of course, we know about DeMarcus Cousins last season and the torn Achilles. I'm just glad to see him back out on the floor and fully recovered. He's put in a lot of work in terms of rehab to make sure that he could get back to doing what he does best.
Now, here's Dedmon. 8 points for him. And Young kicks to Prince. Good on the triple. Prince has got 8.
Their three-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
And with Cousins and that injury, never an easy one to come back from.
Yeah, it's true. But fortunately, Cousins has the kind of skill set that he's going to be effective no matter when he's on the floor. And great outside shot. The footwork, very smooth in terms of ball handling for that position. And most of the players who aren't the same after an Achilles tear don't have the same skill set that Cousins possesses. That's why I think he'll be fine once he recovers from this injury.
And here is Iguodala. Vince Carter getting it to go from deep. Cousins, no one around him. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
He's perfect from the field this quarter. He's giving them the fits out there.
Young finds Lynn. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. And Trae Young gets the whistle that time. That'll be foul number 5 on him, and due to the bonus, will be headed to the free throw line. The Warriors have made 10 of their 14 tries at the free throw line in the game.
What makes Cousins successful? You have to be willing to challenge people night in and night out at both ends on the floor.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State, Draymond Green comes in for Urebko, and it's Klay Thompson in for Sean Livingston. Now here's Lynn. He's got 9. He gets it in there.
And Lynn is just fearless, always looking to get as close to the bucket as he can.
Iguodala kicks to Green. That falls. Nice feed that time from Andre Iguodala. Iguodala's got 3 assists now in this one. Young with the ball. He's got 23. Bangs home the trifecta.
And that's how you answer back.
Trading bombs the last 2 possessions. They're going at one another.
Pass to Cousins. Over Dedmon, and that's the final possession with the nice defense right there. And so it's Kevin Durant making headlines and highlights for the Golden State Warriors. It's been an excellent game for him offensively. He's got 21 points and counting. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
This is how you quarterback an offense. He sees and anticipates what the defense is doing.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. And so Curry will bring it up for Golden State. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Thompson and Iguodala make up the perimeter. Down low, it's Green and Cousins. And it's Curry in at the point guard position. That's the Warriors' 5.
Just another tool in the toolbox for Curry. The quick flip over the top.
Young passes to Carter. Doesn't go that time. Nice D from Cousins. Curry on the wing. For 3. It's Dedmon with the rebound. The Hawks trail by 13. Vince Carter on the wing. Kicks it to Dedmon. He dishes it to Prince. Puts it up from 17. Dedmon's shot is off.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Thompson in the corner. Offensive rebound. Takes a 3. Curry can't get it to go. Hawks shooting it up around 51%. They're getting good looks. Here's Young. Basket number 8 for him on 13 tries. That's 62% so far.
Yeah, terrific effort there by Young. Really all night. The defense has tried to make adjustments, but he's just stayed one step ahead of them.
Now here's Green. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. And Young kicks to Lynn. Off target with his 3. Warriors leading by 11. And there's the foul. It's on Dwayne Dedmon. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
And that 4th foul, guys, might force him to scale back the aggression from a defensive standpoint. He does not need, nor does the team need, number 5.
Kevin Durant's checked in for the Warriors. Collins checked in for the Hawks. Ken Bazemore comes in for Young. Collins. The basket good off the assist from Lynn. Collins has got it back down to single digits for the Hawks. And we're about 2 minutes into the 4th quarter now. Timeout called the Warriors.
Timeout.
And when you watch Collins play, Greg, you just can't help but notice how athletic he is going to the rim.
Man, his hang time and ability to throw it down make him an ideal finisher inside. Very efficient because he's not only a strong finisher, but also enjoys attacking the rim. And does a great job, I think, of picking up misses, just being a pest for the defense.
Len's checked in for Atlanta. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey guys, I was able to catch the message Steve Kerr gave to his team. He wanted his guys to stay intense. He said, if any of you think this game's over, you're wrong, and you can sit next to me. We've still got a lot of work to do. No let-ups at the defensive end of the floor. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And here is Lynn after the three-pointer from Stephen Curry. Curry against Lynn. And Draymond Green picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Collins dishes to Lynn.
Look, it hasn't happened yet, but he's got time to find his rhythm. And if he does, they can turn this thing around quick.
And Thompson gets it to go.
End-to-end, Thompson is very difficult to match up with defensively. I mean, if you don't do it, that's the outcome.
Lynn kicks it to Bazemore. Back to Lynn. Passes to Prince. Bazemore on the wing. No good on the triple. Warriors leading by 14. Green left side. The basket good off the assist from Durant. Durant's got his third assist on the night.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Lynn's shot is off. And there's a whistle. That goes on Jeremy Lin. And that'll be his third foul so far. The Warriors have gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth. 4 of 9. Green against Collins. Pass to Curry from deep three-point range. And another three for Golden State.
Another one. Man, he's just gotten into a great rhythm out there.
And part of this falls on the defense. I mean, you know he's hot. You'd like to force someone else to shoot the basketball.
And the dunk by Len.
And dropping the sledgehammer there, he curbs a 10-0 run by Golden State.
And so Curry will bring it up for the Golden State Warriors. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Now here's Curry. From deep. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Curry's got 30.
All these open threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
A nice shot by Lynn. Here's the Warriors with the ball. They're on a 13-4 run. Thompson finds Green. At the top of the key, Curry. On the wing, Thompson. He's covered by Bazemore. Out of bounds, Atlanta takes possession. The Hawks trail by 18. Now Lynn. Now the pass to Prince. He kicks to Bazemore. Over Thompson. Bazemore misses.
He's got to find better looks, so he's never going to pull out that funk he's in tonight.
And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. And Z Webb, you talk about a tandem of shooters. None better than Steph Curry and Klay Thompson.
Yeah, splash. You know, the Splash Brothers. Steph Curry, he is the best shooter of all time. But I would say this, Klay Thompson is not far off. You think about his 60-point game in 2017. He only took 11 dribbles. He had the ball in his hands for only 90 seconds. And he dropped 60. I mean, that's one of the all-time scoring clinics.
To the paint, stolen by Thompson. Here's Durant. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got his 4th assist in this one.
Oh, man, the versatility Durant offers, driving, spotting up, using his post game. I mean, he does it well.
And here's Prince outside. Atlanta working now with the new shot clock. And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
When you look at the amount of threes, Chris, being taken now, do you think the league as a whole is too dependent upon the perimeter offense?
I don't think so. If you look at Golden State, we all tend to think that they've shot the most threes last year. It actually was Houston.
Right.
And when you look at how Golden State does not just settle for threes, Kevin, but they can shoot them at any time. And maybe the best three-point shooter in the history of the NBA, Curry, will lay a difficult layup over the top of your head just as quick as he'll shoot a tough three from 45 feet. That's what it seems like, but the good teams like a Golden State make you feel like they're shooting a lot of threes, but actually play with a balanced game. Those that try to copycat and just shoot threes, I don't think they've won a championship yet. So I think it's about having that balance, and maybe the league overall is shooting too many threes, but the champions who shoot threes, I don't think take too many.
And for Lynn, missing the season last year, he's just glad to be back. His playmaking and creativity is something that this team needs. As long as he's healthy and playing aggressively, he'll be an effective guard option.
Shots.
And the first one at the line is good. And with Lynn, he made a point upon returning from injury, saying he will not change how he plays.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of guys, they'll shy away from contact after experiencing a torn patella like Lynn did, but he knows that he is at his best going at defenders and absorbing that contact. He said he'll try and be more aware of how he lands, but has no plans of changing his game.
Now here's Cousins, and the basket by Curry.
And this is a different ball game without his scoring. He's been Mr. Reliable at the offensive end.
Here is Lynn. In the corner, Collins with it. Over Green. Collins, good.
It's his shooting that's kept them out of an even deeper hole here.
Warriors leading by 19. Now here's Curry. Pass to Cousins. From downtown. Atlanta with the rebound. Collins has got 8 rebounds in this game. Looking to get back on track here. Lost contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
One shot.
How about battling through the impact there and then willing that basketball in?
Atlanta making a switch here. Young's checked in. On the free throw, no good. Draymond Green at 6'7", seen as undersized coming out of Michigan State, but his 7'1" wingspan goes a long way.
Yeah, it goes a long way along with working out and working hard as he does. I mean, he's averaged over a block a game for his career. You know, combined with his low center of gravity, and that enables him to defend much bigger players, but also get on the wing and defend some guards.
Here's Len. Kevin Durant picking up that last basket. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green. And a moment here to check out who the Golden State Warriors have coming up. On Thursday, they'll be matching up with Chris Paul and the Houston Rockets. And then on Saturday, they'll face off against DeAndre Jordan and the Dallas Mavericks.
The old Texas Triangle is on tap for them, and that is not a fun time. I don't care what year it is or how good your team is. Getting wins from that trio of games is always an uphill struggle. Is it me, or does it just feel like he gets every rebound that comes up?
No, Greg, it's not just you. I mean, it's the stat line, too. Look at what he's doing. A dominant night on the glass.
Now Young. After the missed three from Klay Thompson. Prince, the pass to Young.
And the touch Young has from beyond the arc. He is almost unguardable from there.
Curry kicks to Cousins. Shoots over Len. No good from Cousins.
The defense recognizing the situation and getting right in his face once he got close to the bucket.
And that one misses. And the second free throw, good. And so it's Durant with it. He'll bring it up for Golden State. 22 is their biggest lead. Back to Thompson. Takes the three. That's good. And a nice assist from Durant. Durant's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. The Hawks trail by 18. And Young, here we go. Yep, that one goes in there. Young's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Too bad this scoring hasn't been contagious. I mean, they'd be in much better shape if a few of their other guys could pick up some slack.
Curry finds Thompson. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Klay Thompson, such a perfect fit on the Warriors. A versatile defender, can score playing off the ball, and just plays the game the right way.
And he knocks down the first one. And is there any doubt Klay Thompson could go to another team and average 30 points a game as the main offensive weapon?
Yeah, but, you know, he's not an attention seeker, and that's just not his personality. He knows it's more fun to play for a winner.
Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for the Hawks. Now here's Bazemore. Down low and stolen by Cousins. That free throw, no good.
That's what they want to see from him, attacking, getting whistles, and maybe causing some foul trouble.
He hits the second from the line. The Hawks trail by 19. Young passes to Dedmon, and the foul called on DeMarcus Cousins. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. The free throw drops for Dedmon.
And Dwayne Dedmon, a player who started his NBA career late, was a rookie at age 24 and then floated around to several teams. But he has gone from being an end-of-the-bench guy to an important rotation player in just the last few seasons.
Now here's Durant, kicks it to Cousins. That's his 6th field goal today, and that makes him now 6 for 11.
The bruising power of Cousins. Once he gets in prime position, he goes straight to work.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. And with Dedmon and the teams he's played with, you know, he always has found a way, Greg, to slot in and give you good minutes.
Yeah, what I love about him, he knows who he is as a player and plays to his strengths. Never gives up on a play on either end of the floor. And now he's even added a 3-point shot to his arsenal to kind of further expand his versatility.
The Hawks trail by 19. Here's Young. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And he's been to the line much more here than he was in that first half. He's not playing nearly as tentatively as he was earlier.
And so Young nails them both. And here is Curry. Outside Durant, back to Curry. Green kicks to Curry. Passes it to Thompson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. It's deflected, and he gets it back. A second chance effort, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. The Hawks trail by 17. Out to the right wing. Inside. Here's Dedmon. Tries a three. It's rebounded by Curry. And stolen by Dedmon. To the inside. Durant with the steal. Poke loose. And the turnover again by Golden State. Here's Young. Unable to get that one. Curry with some nice D. Warriors leading by 17. And Trae Young gets the whistle that time. And that's it for him. He's fouled out. Not only that, we are in the bonus, and we'll have to go to the line for two. Jeremy Lin, he's checked in for Young. You know, Greg, you hear that since Kevin Durant moved to the Bay Area, he's wasted no time making connections and investments in Silicon Valley.
It's interesting. He's reined in his endorsements by over half, but he's so inquisitive. I think meeting these tech luminaries and learning from them was part of the allure of the Golden State.
And the Warriors with possession here, following the bucket by the Hawks. And it's Thompson with the jam.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Warriors.
Their hard work on the glass paid off.
I tell you what, they're both excellent rebounding teams, and it was a tough battle underneath all game. And I think ultimately that earned the W.
And so this will now translate to 14 wins on the season.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of two that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And something we've come to almost expect is greatness from this guy. Such an overall great performance it was for DeMarcus Cousins.
He affected the game so much with the way he was able to come out and get steals and extra possessions for his team.
1:04 left to play in the final quarter. Here is Cook, defended by Lin. Cook kicks to Jerebko. Over in the corner, Livingston. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Cook. Again, Golden State.
And that's a killer instinct on display as they try to put this one on ice.
Well, they've gotten serious, stringing together some game-winning buckets.
Now here is Carter. Outside, Lin. Spellman. Yes! And a nice assist from Lin.
And Lin is a sensational playmaker. Love how he zips passes over to his guys.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Livingston with it. Lets the three fly. That shot no good. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. And I think they built off that edge of being here and play with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, DeMarcus. Congrats on the win. We know how intense you are on the floor, but it looked like tonight maybe you're having a little fun out there.
That's the thing. I'm just trying to come out here and have fun. I got a lot going for myself, and I'm too blessed to be out here frowning all the time. So I'm going to try to keep a smile on my face.
Well, it's a good look for you, man. Congrats again. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.